Welcome back, friends. Hope you're having a great day. Today is Murder Mystery Night. Woo! We're going to play a game. We're going to be playing Who Killed Mia? Woo! I am not sponsored. Hashtag not an ad, but it could be. So let's have some fun tonight. I am curious about this game. I've seen it a few times at Walmart, and I finally decided why not. So I have my little investigator notebook with me, and we're gonna get started here. So I did open the box because, to be honest with you, I've recorded this opening 4 times, and technology is just a wonderful thing, and it would not let me do everything on my phone that I can normally do, because as you know, I am very ill-educated on the editing portions of this, and I have a feeling that it'll get copyright claimed, so it is what it is. But the first thing to do on day 1 is to do this QR code. So if you're watching on your computer, you can probably scan the QR code and take a look at it yourself. I watched the video. I did record it, but figuring out how to feed it into this. Maybe I'll do like a short of it. I don't know. But basically what it is, this girl is at a award show, and she is in her room. She has some person in a bunny costume, this person, who comes in and brings her like a gift, and it's like food and a champagne bottle, and Bunny smashes her in the head. So we have a Bad Bunny situation. Ooh. Yes, I'm referring to Bad Bunny from the Super Bowl because I have no life. Okay. Ha ha ha. Okay. So, what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna open this up. If you've ever been here before while I've played a game like this, no promises, we're gonna complete it. It says it's going to take like an hour to 2 hours to complete this. That's hilarious, especially when it's me playing. So we'll see. The first step, it said, after we watched the video, is we are supposed to find evidence that clears a certain person, and we can go to that website right now. Let me pause it, because I have a feeling that it's going to take you away from me. We're supposed to make sure that it clears the person who they think it is. Because they found somebody who's hiding. And they're like, she totally did it. And she didn't do it. I'm pretty sure it's the assistant that did it. But that's just me. Let's find out. So we're supposed to find 2 pieces of evidence that clears that person from being the murderer. So basically taking the easy option out of here. So I got my handy dandy pen and my notebook. Let's find out here. And I always get a sore throat when I'm talking a lot like this, so I'm going to be drinking a lot of water. Hopefully you can hear my spooky music in the background. It's more of like a Sherlock Holmes music. Hopefully it's not too loud either. Okay, so this is to be the first piece of evidence. I think it's just for us to put notes on. To be opened by authorized personnel only. Our name is Joe. My kids are fighting. Children, no. Share the window, please. They're arguing. It's May 22nd. Okay, so I think this is just for notes. Replay the 3rd annual Replayed Award Show. It took place on Sunday, May 22nd at 7 p.m. Hey, Sophie. Psst, 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 psst. Share the window with your brother. Okay, so it says at 7. So this is like an itinerary. 7 o'clock opening performance. 7 to 5 opening monologue. 7:20 presentation of individual awards. 7:25 breakout creator. Excuse me, 7:30 live streamer, 7:40 collaboration, 7:50 presentation of overall rewards, creator of the year, show of the year, podcast of the year, international short form, closing performances. So it's from 7 to 8:45. This is the time frame of the entire show. So I guess that will also help us if we know certain people are doing certain shows. Come here, Soph. Sorry. Come here. I'm perfect. you go. Good girl. Okay, so this is the report investigation county medical examiners. Mia Starr. She's 23 years old. In Los Angeles, found on the floor of room 101 dressing room. Autopsy was requested and ordered. They're ruling it a homicide. Cause of death is blood loss. Well, yeah. She was stabbed in the neck with a broken bottle. Blood loss. Okay. The funeral director in me is making that face, okay? That's what's making this face, is the funeral director in me, because it's like, well, duh. Like, you need to, like, say, you could say, like, blood loss is a contributing cause of her death, but the cause of her death is that she has an incision wound. They're calling it an incision wound. It's a stab wound or a puncture wound to her neck. This is bad. I'm already ripping this apart. So, they're calling an incision wound on her autopsy, and that's all they have documented for her autopsy, so she's got nothing else going on, apparently. But, so it says that she has an incision wound on her neck, which is a puncture wound or a stab wound. So that would have been the main cause of death, and a contributing cause effect would have been blood loss. Just pointing that out. Okay, so they're saying roughly a 7-11 is when she died, because that's when they saw in the live stream. So that's going to be between opening monologue and presentation of individual awards. So I'm going to write that down in my handy dandy notebook, and you should do it too if you're playing along here. So, I don't know why I do this. I do it every time I play one of these games. It just helps me have a quicker reference. Death happened roughly at 7-11. And that's during opening monologue. Yeah, so it happened exactly between the opening monologues. Whoever did the opening monologue is free. I mean, they could have arranged for it to happen, but they didn't do it themselves, so that might help us. Because if you remember what I said, we have to clear the one girl from this being her, because she's the one that they found in a bunny costume hiding in the bathroom. Oh, this is official. Look at this signature. It is official! Look at that! Wow. I feel so immersed. Okay, to be open authorized personnel only. Okay. So, this says that we have evidence of Anna Palmer. That's who we're trying to clear. We have to find two main pieces of evidence that show that Anna Palmer did not do this. Okay, Anna Palmer's costume was found. That consists of a black robe, black shirt, pink satin gloves, black gaiter, unisex bunny mask. Okay, that says. Perfect. Glad we found that. So many questions answered already. I might regret not being on the floor for this, but I know it's going to be uncomfortable if I do. Okay, so this is all paper clipped together, so it goes together. Okay, so this is her ticket. This is Anna Palmer's ticket. It was purchased by her. She got it for a pre-sale, confirmation number, the replay award show. I think she's just like a really big fan that's stalking people. She paid $89.90 for this. $89.90 for this ticket to see this show. Interrogation transcript. Let's see. What's my last name? Because it says name on here. Okay, so this is us as the investigator that's doing this investigation, this interview. This is Sunday, May 22nd. No initial statement provided. Suspect brought into interrogation. Detective, please state your full name for the record. Anna Palmer. Let's get started. And Anna interrupts and says, I promise you it wasn't me. It was a massive misunder. Anna, we'll get there. Okay. Unless you're starting with, like, okay, before you talk to me, we have to read our rights. This is turning into a whole thing. So unless you're interrupting them, detective, us. Okay, me. Unless your interrupter is saying, wait, before you say anything, we have to go over your rights. Unless that's what you're getting ready to say, I'm going to be annoyed at you because she was getting ready to, like, say something like it's a massive misunderstanding. She was trying to fill this in. You're going to stop her and say, wait, answer my questions first before you start crying. Let her sing like a canary, man. Oh my gosh, we are already so stupid. This is why we're not going to figure this out in an hour, because we are so stupid already. The coroner doesn't know what they're saying on the report. They don't even know how to write a cause of death properly, and we don't know how to interrogate somebody. Off to a great start. Sorry. This is just how my brain works. Okay, Anna, we'll get there. Let's back up and start with a few basic questions. How do you know Mia? What's your connection to her? Sorry. Right. Well, she's the best. Okay, let's get into character. Well, she's the best. I found her channel, like, right after she started posting videos, and I've been a huge fan ever since. I've been her on her side before, and even had 1,000 subscribers. Every meetup, every video, always the first to like, comment, and share her posts. I've been president of her fan club for 3 years, and she handpicked me. Wow. You're gonna get married. Okay, interesting. Sounds like you were very close. I am so... Why are they giving me ads when I want to watch something that is ad-free? You're a jerk, YouTube. You're a jerk. You're interrupting my immersive experience. And now I'm interrupting yours. Okay. We were, Anna says. And then I, the detective, because I'm awesome like that, says, then explain why she filed an emergency restraining order against you on Friday. Ooh, we got some more information. Ooh. So, on Friday, she got a restraining order, and on Sunday, she's dead. Interesting. And it says, that's just a big mistake. It makes absolutely zero sense. Like, I've been in her house before, a couple of times, actually. Did she know you were in the house? Okay, and she never confronted you about visiting her? She has, but it wasn't serious or anything. She just told me not to go there without an invite, which, okay, I get, but it's never been a big deal at all. You were just showing up at her house? I understand the restraining order. Anna, the order specifically states you did just that. Enter her home uninvited. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. I was invited. Ask Natalie, whoever that is. She'll tell you. I went over to talk about Mia's online world and how we were going to break the news to the Starmie. Which is why it's so weird when Mia flipped and Natalie said nothing. The next thing I know, I'm getting pushed out by a bodyguard, and now this. Okay. Let's assume you're telling the truth, Anna. As you said before, you knew not to show up uninvited. But today, you not only did that, you also created fake credentials. Anna says, I only did that because that was the only way to talk to Mia. Oh, we're desperate to talk to Mia. Talk to me about what? About how Natalie is such a liar. Literally, one day after the house incident, Natalie texted me saying Mia could no longer have me as a member of the club. Like, are you kidding me? For what? Natalie invited me. There. It was all in caps, sorry. And now, after years, caps, of everything, I'm gone just like that. I built the club up from scratch. I built that club up from scratch. That was hard to say. This can't be happening. It's all in caps again. Slams both fists on the table. Wow. we say. You must have been heartbroken. Enraged. Emotive. Anna says, yes! That doesn't help. You have no idea. I haven't been able to eat or sleep or anything. I mean, Mia was my life. And then Natalie just stopped answering any of my texts or calls. After everything done for them? Okay, so I'm saying that Natalie did it. Natalie totally did it. So, what you're saying, Anna, is you thought you go through all the trouble to make a fake pass, put on a costume, and enter Mia's room, which is when I never saw Mia. This is all in caps. Yes, I made a fake pass. Yes, I was in a costume. I just wanted to talk to Mia about what was going on. But then, when I was on my way to find Mia, I saw Natalie, and I'm pretty sure she saw me. I didn't want her to get in the way, especially after how she treated me, so I panicked. I saw the rack of costumes and grabbed one and ran into the bathroom. Anna, do you see how this looks? You illegally snuck backstage. And it says, you illegally sneak behind... My gosh. You illegally sneak backstage against your restraining order. You were found hiding in a stall right after the incident wearing the same costume as the murderer. You were enraged that Mia didn't care about you. She did care! It was on caps. I never got to see her. What don't you get? I thought Natalie must have told security I was there, and it was the only reason why I was still in the bathroom after the alarm went off. I was terrified and tried to wait it out. Anna, we have you on camera. Are you not hearing the words coming out of my mouth? This is stupid. I swear on everything I love, including Mia, I could never, I would never, and never did anything like that to her. I want a lawyer. Smart girl. Okay, so Anna, word of advice. You know how on page 2 at the end you want a lawyer? Sweetheart, you should have wanted a lawyer like line 2. Okay? Just saying you want a lawyer before you say anything like that. Alright? Sorry. I had a little too much fun with it. Okay, so this is evidence of person of interest, voluntary statement of Anna Palmer. She's 21. She's Asian, female, 5'8", weighs 130 pounds, brown eyes, brown hair. Occupation, customer service. Moon Mobile is her employer. No statement provided. Such suspect brought into investigation. Okay, so this is our suspect who we're trying to clear today. Person of interest is Luke Adams. He is a black male who's 5'10", 24 years old, 167 pounds, brown hair, brown eyes, black hair, service industry, JP Hotels. I, Luke Adams, voluntarily provide following information on my own free will for whatever purposes it may serve, and hereby swear that this is true and factual to the best of my knowledge. It's transcribed from audio. I can't believe this is happening. We just had our 4-year anniversary. I mean, Mia and I were supposed to spend the rest of our lives together. 4 years isn't enough time. I just wish I could go to the last moment I saw her. I could have stayed to protect her, but I didn't. I showed up to her room before the show to check in. I left after a few minutes to give her some space before her big moment. Everything backstage was chaotic, so I went to look for some peace and quiet. Honestly, these events can be a lot for me sometimes. Then I heard a fire alarm going off. I tried to go look for Mia, but security rushed me outside. I looked for everywhere outside, but it was like she had disappeared. And then David told me that what had happened. I couldn't believe what he was saying. They wouldn't let me back in to go look for her. But I tried. I didn't care about anything else. I just wanted to see her. But then I saw the crazy fan, and I knew it was real. Police were escorting her out. I've always said she was a psycho. I've always warned Mia to be more careful. But I didn't think this could happen. But there I was, looking at that person who murdered the love of my life. I hope she rots in jail forever. Okay, so obviously Luke is her boyfriend. And during the intro video that you guys don't get to see, he is accused of not making a public statement, so people are suspecting him to be involved. And he was outside, unaccounted for. Alright, next is David Ellis. David. He's a white guy, 26 years old. He's 5'9". Brown hair, blonde eyes, 165 pounds. He's an editor for Mia, and his name is David Ellis. There you go. That's his face. Transcribed from audio. Today was going to be huge for Mia, her and her career, and I was just there to capture it. I'm always with her. I mean, probably spend most of the time with her out of everyone. It's just part of my job. Except at 7-Eleven. He was not there at 7:11 p.m. Or was he? Maybe if I had been around, but this time I wasn't. Before the show, Natalie and I were in Mia's room going over some of the shots needed. Then I remember the conversation shifted a bit. Nat brought up the delay of Mia's new project and things got a bit tense. Then Mia's boyfriend walked in and asked me if they could talk, so Natalie and I left. I stayed close, shooting some B-roll around Mia's room. Then she sent a group text telling us to give her an extra 10. She likes to do that sometimes. I took advantage of the extra time to get some footage of the other side of the venue. When I got back, I saw Natalie rushing into Mia's room, and then I saw Mia laying there. The rest happened so fast. I remember the alarm going off and security asking us to evacuate the venue. I remember getting outside and seeing Anna being escorted out. I'm still processing what happened, to be honest. I don't know how someone could even think of doing something like this. So, David was apparently shooting B-roll, and I'm going to go in the order that they have it in, because the next is Veronica, and then the next one's Natalie. I think Natalie did it, just because it's always the assistant. Alright, the next one is Trixie Veronica Rose. She's 26, she's 5'8", she's 130 pounds, brown hair, brown eyes. She's self-employed as an entertainer. She must be like a competitor or something. So I was on this high after my performance. I don't know if you've ever performed, but sharing your music is like, I don't know why I make them all be like, I'm sorry. Sharing your music like that is unreal, so I feel good. Next thing I know, the alarm goes off. Figured it was a fire or something. When I got outside, one of the paps screamed, "Why would you do that to Mia? Like, do what? Be more talented than her?" I thought they were talking about this diss track, which was the only reason why I said what I said. I mean, everybody knows we're not besties anymore, and haven't been for a while. I didn't see what the big deal was, but then my manager grabbed me and told me what was going on. Mia? Dead? What the hell? And then I saw the girl, one of Mia's minions, and then it clicked. Whatever beef Mia and I had, I mean, she didn't deserve this. That's the truth. Okay. Another drink, because I can't do it. Okay. Alright, Natalie. Come on. Marino. She's 5'9", and she's white. She's 30. She's the manager of Mia. Okay, sorry, I called her an assistant. It's totally the manager. Manager did it. I'm gonna put a star next to her. Star! I think she did. Natalie. I'm not even sure what to say right now. One of the most important people in my life is gone. Yeah, because she paid you big money. I wish our last moments together would have been different. I mean, I've been with her so long, since the beginning. I just can't believe she's gone. Before the show started, I was in the room with her and our videographer, David. We were talking about the project we'd all been working on. Right when I was going to show Mia something from it, Mia's boyfriend, Luke, walked in and asked to speak with her privately. So Dave and I left. I went to the green room for a couple of minutes, and Mia texted us that she needed another 10. That's when I started getting bombarded with calls and messages asking for comment on Trixie's performance. Apparently, she did a diss track about Mia. How could someone be so evil? I was a bit overwhelmed, so I went into a conference room, put my phone down, and took a few minutes to think about how to respond. After a couple of minutes, I checked my phone again and noticed a text saying, "Is Mia hurt?" I immediately ran back to our room to check on her, only to find all the medics and security in there. When they wouldn't let me get closer to her, I heard the words I could never forget, that she was gone. Why would someone do something like this to Mia? She had such a bright future ahead. I worked so hard to build her up from nothing. We worked so hard. She didn't deserve this. I earned another drink. Okay. Witness voluntary statement. It's pretty purple. This is by Brooke Miller. I am a production coordinator in the ops team at West Bay Theater. Basically just making sure that guests and performers are comfortable in green room. I don't think I ever actually saw Mia today, but my coworker was the one who found her in room 101. I do remember seeing Mia's manager. She came into the green room night before the show started around 7. Then I don't know, 5 or so minutes later, she hurried into the conference room. Ooh. 5 minutes, that's not enough. Sorry, that's all I got. Wish I could be more helpful. Good luck with the rest of your investigation. Okay, so we need to write down that manager, Natalie, in green room, 7 p.m. to 7:05. Confirmed. So about 5 minutes. Okay, we have a map of the theater. Okay, this is the room that Mia was in when she died. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. So we're gonna mark that. I'm gonna write Mia's name above it. The restrooms, where the rabbit lady is. It's gonna be who is it? Anna? It's been one of those days. Yeah, Anna's in the bathroom. They find her in the bathroom, right? And then Natalie is in the green room. Okay, so we have Mia, Natalie, Anna. And then the other, Luke, we don't know exactly where Luke went. I don't think. He just says he stepped out, and then so did David. Okay. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't really matter. Okay, so this is more evidence. This is pictures. Okay, so Anna is stealing the costume at 6:55. 22. Oh, okay. I was very confused by that picture. So she sees Natalie coming through. Okay. And then she ducks and takes the costume with her. So there's Anna taking the costume and ducking out when Natalie walks by. What time is that? So 6:55 p.m. Okay, Luke at 6:54 knocks on Mia's door. Gets in 5 seconds later. David and Natalie leave at 6:54:40. And there's another picture of the door closed at 6:54:50. So like just 10 seconds. Okay. Okay, 6:55. Natalie goes back to the door. So just a couple seconds later, that looks like Natalie at the door. Where'd she go back? 7:04, Luke leaves. At 7:10, the bunny enters with the murder weapon, which is the champagne bottle. And at 7:12, the bunny leaves the room with a bunch of other bunnies in costume. So it was too quick for Luke. For some reason, Natalie comes back 5 seconds later. I'm not sure why. She didn't even say that in her statement, I don't think. Interesting. Okay, a picture of Luke and Mia at the red carpet. Replay award show. This is once again the breakdown of the morning of. Oh no, this is for Friday. Okay, so this is the Replay award show breakdown. Hi all, this is as we get ready for the rehearsals and final show prep next week. Please read the schedule carefully for your teams and keep on hand. Thank you, Team Replay. Sorry. Operations Manual. Friday, 5:20 and Saturday, 5:21. Dress rehearsal schedule. See below for your rehearsal time on Friday or Saturday. Please show up 30 minutes before your slot accordingly. If you have any last-minute schedule conflicts, please let us know. Sunday, room availability. Rooms 100 and 101 will be reserved on a rotating basis for presenters. The first 2 presenters in the evening are free to utilize their room before the show starts, but they will be expected to clear their rooms after their slots on stage for subsequent presenters. Rooms 102, 3, 4, and 5 will be reserved all day for our host, opener, and closer. Okay. So, Mia was in 101, so she must be in the beginning of the show. On Sunday call time. Your Sunday call time. All performers and presenters will be expected off right of the stage 10 minutes before their time slots. A production coordinator will stop by your holding room to give friendly reminder. Facilities. Unless otherwise specified, restrooms will be welcome to all genders. Safety procedures. For health emergencies, call 911. Health professionals will be on standby to assist as needed. For non-health emergencies, in the event of a fire, please move to your nearest emergency exit and evacuate the premises immediately. $10, 8 pieces, 1 big deal. Another ad, YouTube, that ruins the immersion. And it just has pictures of where the exits are. Security. All personnel, including talent, will have to show credentials in entering the backstage area. Oh, there's a kitty in my window. An outdoor kitty. Hi, outdoor kitty. Oh, hi. My house is a wreck, but look at the kitty. Hi. Hi, baby. Hi. Hi. Oh, what is wrong, little kitty? Are you hungry? Oh, little one is hungry, guys. Hi. Yeah, no trash in the trash can to eat, is there? Yeah. Oh. See, this is the problem, is because, like, I hate not to feed her because I feel bad because she's hungry. But it's like also, I don't need another cat. I already have 3. And they don't get along as it is. And if you start feeding them, it's a crazy thing. And the other day, okay, I know I'm totally breaking this up, but the other day, I come home, and because the cat's been eating in my trash, and I noticed that, like, my security light was on. I'm like, well, I wonder what that's about. And she's pacing. And, so I get up to my door, and my trash can's next to my door, and, like, this black cat just zooms out of my trash can door. I scream. It was an adventure. And so that answered why my security light was on. Oh, poor little babies. Did I just take a break and feed the cat dry cat food? That's for you to decide. I did dry food, not wet food. I just can't do it, guys. I can't. Okay, so this Teen Couture. Mental health. Internet sweetheart Mia Starr opens up about insecurities finding her zen. 23-year-old mega influencer Starr gets real in special interview with Teen Couture editor-in-chief Sarah Kimore. April 30th. Mia Starr has emerged as one of the fastest growing. Sophia. Hey, Soph. John Denver. Come here, Johnny. Psst, psst, psst. John Denver. Please stand by. Good boy. Your sister doesn't want you there. Come here. John Denver. Good boy. Good boy. Admire content creator returning grand acts of charity into videos. Watched by millions of fans around the world. Her most viral content includes moments like I ordered pizza and tipped 10,000 and 100,000 from the homeless, both of which have been viewed over 10 million times. But the attention comes with a cost. There's sometimes overwhelming pressure to be perfect, to put on a smile, according to Mia, as a partner with our Rising Creators initiative, which aims to bring awareness about mental health. Mia sat down to talk with us about her own struggles in the spotlight, finding her zen, and the advice she'd give her younger self. Teen Couture. Mia, what inspired you to start opening up about your own struggles about mental health? Before I started making videos, I didn't really get what all the fuss was about. With being a creator, I was like, make videos for a living, blah, 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 blah. No one cares. I'm curious though, are there any particular insecurities of yours you think other people will relate to? Tons. There's applying 5 layers of deodorant. Wait, sorry, I'm old. What do you mean by first one? Yes, blah, blah, blah. Mental health is a very personal experience, meaning this. I talk about this fair amount in my social channel, but I do a thing called 10 Zen. It's just 10-minute routine my therapist taught me and helped deal with anxiety. Pretty much just sequences of guided breaths. I do it before any public speaking, and it works really well. I recommend trying one of the telepathy apps. Finding an approach, create something that works for you. Hey! Are you helping? You gonna help us figure out who killed Mia? Huh? You're gonna help us figure out who killed Mia? We need the help, my friend. Where are you gonna go? Where are you going? We're trying to figure out who killed Mia. Did you know that we're supposed to be able to figure this out in about an hour to 2 hours? And it's been a half hour. We're nowhere near. I think it means like a half hour per day. I don't know. Okay, so this is a picture of her YouTube channel. Subscribe to help the Starmie grow to 20 million. Love you. Surprising fan at her high school prom. Ordered pizza and tip 10,000. Mia Starr, let's dance. Giving my boyfriend the ultimate 24th birthday. This man is not her boyfriend. This man is the videographer. Is that supposed to be her? It is. That's not your boyfriend. Interesting. Is it written in the stars? There's blood on it. And that is literally it. Okay, so we are supposed to figure out in this mess what proves. Oh, never mind. I also have the evidence photo. Trigger warning, it's a fake crime scene with blood on it. It's all fake. Okay. So based on that, we're supposed to figure out proving that Anna didn't do it. I mean, she was in the bathroom. What do you think, Steph? I'm pretty sure before we move on to day 2, we figure that out. Yeah, do not open until figuring out day 1 objective. Okay, so this just basically says on the back of this, it's tips. And it says witness statements and testimonies are essential but not considered hard evidence to exonerate or convict a suspect. It is recommended to use the hints instead of guessing the answers without rationale. Hints are available in the top right corner of your screen. We mean it when we say every piece of evidence is important. Okay, so let's try to go to that website if we can. Issue is I'm going to lose you. So I think what we're going to do, I don't know why I went sideways, but I did. What we're going to do is I'm going to stop it here, and I'm going to go and look at the evidence thing, and then I will tell you what I figured out. And maybe somehow lost it. But we are one step closer to figuring out who murdered Mia. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Remember to like, subscribe, and all that jazz, and I will see you next time. Bye!